Hello, everybody. Well, it's me again. I'm like that old song. It's me again, Margaret. Ray Charles, I believe, wasn't it? Not Ray Charles. Great God. Somebody send me a message. Tell me who sang that old song. It's me again, Margaret, and the song about the squirrel getting loose in the church. Ray Stevens, that's it. Ray Stevens. I was sitting here watching some YouTube videos, and let me get this old phone situated here. If I don't drop it, there we go. I set it on the steering wheel. Boy, that's, it's liable to take a dump. I was sitting here thinking it's been a little while since I made a video about life on the road. I've been making my videos about getting healthy. Y'all see how loose this jacket is? Boy, I'm gonna have to get another one. I tell you what, this one's about 2 sizes too big now, which ain't a bad thing. I'll go buy another jacket. If anybody needs I tell you who I might could send this jacket to. He ain't an old fat boy no more, but he's a big fella. Old Georgia Piper. Boy, he made me feel small. You hear me? And I used to be 6'4" until I had a disc taken out of my back, and I think I'm about 6'2" now, and I'll have us look up at his young self. I bet that old boy is running 6'6" if he's got an inch on him. But if you want this jacket, Georgia, you let me know. It's too big on me, son. I'm gonna have to get on down to a smaller size. But I thought I'd make a video about life on the road. Everybody's heard stories about trucking. If they ever been around a truck driver or anybody, how things used to be. Now, when I started driving 21 years ago, I was making 35 cents a mile. Boy, that's some low wages. No, Corvette Jim, he used to be a driver. I'm sure when he was a company driver, he made less than that, considering he was on the road for many years before I become a driver. Let me set my brakes over here. Hold on. There we go. I release my truck brake, leave my trailer brake set, so my truck will stay idling at a low RPM, and I don't have to idle it up and listen to that motor sit out there and that fan constantly coming on and off. That's aggravating. You know, some people don't know that a semi-truck does not have hydraulic brakes like a car or a pickup truck. It has air brakes, and it has a big air compressor under the hood on the side of the motor that is gear driven, or maybe today they're belt driven. I don't know, but that's where we get the air from for our brakes. And back in the day, and I have driven trucks like this and worked on them when I was a mechanic. The old cab over trucks had air-operated windshield wipers. And if your windshield wiper got stuck halfway up, they just sit there and do this. In the middle up there was a handle. In some trucks, you could reach up there and twist that handle, and it'd kick them wiper blades and make them go back to working. Or if your air went out, your air-operated wiper blades went out, you could reach up there and twist that handle and make your wiper blades work. Yeah. If these boys today had to drive some of the old junk that I've driven over the years, they would go get a job at Walmart. They wouldn't drive it. But I was sitting here thinking, I said, Lord, what kind of tales could I tell them? Now, Corvette Jim, he knows what I'm talking about. I'm sure there's some more drivers on here that's done it. Back in the day, we would run more than one log book, or run what we call loose leaf log books. I run a loose leaf log book. That way I can just tear a page out, throw it out the window, rewrite it, keep going. Sometimes wouldn't sleep for 2 days, 2.5, 3 days. And some drivers, they'd get that California toothpick in their mouth and they might not sleep for 4 days. If you know, you know. If you don't, look it up. The California toothpick. One night I'll never forget it. I was coming out across Texas. I'd been up about 2 days. Now, Mama, boy, she used to chew me up one side and down the other. But she couldn't get her hands on me. I'd been up 2 days, like I said. I was in a Penske rental truck. And they done that, the company that I was with done that for a reason, because that truck couldn't be tracked. There was no Qualcomm or nothing in that truck. I mean, they gave me that truck, smiled, and turned me loose. I'm on I-30. I think it was. I know I was in Texas. I believe it was 30, yeah. I come up on another truck, and the closer I got that other truck, I know for the ones out here that have watched trucking movies before, there used to be a movie out with Patrick Swayze. It's a good one called Black Dog. And you'll hear an old driver every once in a while say, yeah, that black dog was coming for me. Well, that night I seen that black dog, and he liked to got me. Sometimes you don't survive that visit with that black dog. I know old Corvette Jim's been there. Now, I made a deal with Mama and the good Lord years ago that it come between me and this truck and a family, I got a better chance of surviving in this truck than what that family does, or that single mama, or whatever, mother with her children. I put in this truck in a ditch. I've come close. Well, I have actually left the road and hit the ditch twice in a semi and was able to pull it back out. I've done that twice in almost 21 years. Loaded. Heavy loaded, too. Good Lord above, I was able to pull it back out. But that night, as I was coming up on this other truck, I mean, I was shagging tail, too. I was probably 78, 79 mile an hour. I'm on the phone running my mouth with a buddy of mine trying to stay awake. And when I come up on this other truck, I looked in the tail lights and I seen demons' faces in the tail lights of that other trailer. Looked like Satan himself looking at me. I ain't never told too many people this. I mean, I'm about as nuts as they come, but I ain't stupid. Not no stretch of no imagination. I told my buddy, I said, I'm pulling over. I'll make Memphis tomorrow evening. I was headed to Memphis from Laredo, Texas. I know exactly where I was coming from and headed to. I had left Memphis, went to San Antonio, did a drop and hook at Toyota, drove all the way to Laredo, Texas, straight down I-35, picked a load up, and was coming back, and I was over halfway between Dallas and Texarkana, Texas. Texarkana, Arkansas. Same name, 2 states. Told my buddy, I said, I'm pulling over. Told him, I said, I got to get some rest. So, in the state of Texas, as long as you're not inside of a city limits, they don't mind you parking on an off-ramp or an on-ramp. Myself, I park, I'll get off the interstate, go up and go across, and park on the on-ramp. That way, if somebody hits that ramp at full speed, I'm not sitting there. I'm on the other side, right? They're going to have to slow down. I hope to God they slow down anyway. So I pulled on the other side, that off-ramp there. I was on the on-ramp, and I shut it down, and I went to bed. There's been quite a few nights I should have pulled over, but I didn't. Quite a few. But that night there scared me. That scared me that night, because when you look into a set of red lights in front of you, the tail lights of another trailer, and you see demons' faces looking back at you, you've been going too long. Oh, Dixie's down here in the floorboard, sniffing around looking for a snack, getting her doggy food. Well, that's my tale from the road for now. I'm going to be leaving here just shortly. It's 7:15. I got an appointment at 9:30 tonight, which is 21:30. What is it, baby girl? You need some water or something? Yeah. No. No, she's got water. She won't know. What, you want some gravy on your niblets down there? I think she wants some gravy. But anyway, I'll try to come up with a happier story next time. But if anybody ever tells you that truck driving is an easy job, they're telling you a bald-faced lie. You're gone away from your family. Mama figured it up one time. In the past 20, at the time it was probably about 19 years. And she said out of that period of time, she had figured up an average of my home time. And out of 19 years, me and her had only had a combined time of, say, 5 years together out of 19. I'm just kind of ballparking that. She's after something over here. Get it, girl? I don't know what she's after. But truck driving is not an easy job. You're up all kind of crazy hours. You sleep when you can, you eat when you can, you get a shower when you can, because you don't never know when you're going to be able to do it again. Love y'all. Keep the Lord on your mind and prayer on your lips, people. And think about where them groceries come from that you go to the store and get. Or them tennis shoes that you put on your feet. Or that house you live in. Because because I've hauled it all. I've pulled everything from heavy equipment that weighed over 100,000 pounds to chicken. I've never pulled a tanker. If I ever do, it'll be food grade, like milk, such as that. I don't care to be pulling no chemicals or gasoline. Diesel, it's less likely to explode on you. But that gasoline will make you look like a Roman candle. It'll make you look like the old space shuttle taking off. I ain't all about that. I want to go to heaven, but just not today. Love y'all. Keep the Lord on your mind, people. Prayer on your lips. I've had to do a lot of praying the past few days. A lot. Instead of being ankle deep with Jesus, why don't you get off in there about up to here? We got too many ankle deep Christians out here. We need to get some Christians out here that's up to their nose in some Jesus. That's what I'm talking about. Boy, that tail's running 100 miles an hour. Let me open the door for her, let her see it. It's nasty out there. Get out of that ankle deep water, people, and wade on out there about nose deep. The ones that don't have the Lord in their life, find Him. Love y'all. See you next time.